If you're in the know about Nintendo Switch games, you might have heard about a little app that got released last year called Calculator. Now, I know I said I like wasting money, but I'm not about to spend $10 on a calculator, okay? I got other things to buy. Like a $2 clock on 3DS. But that wasn't the only thing developer Sobek released last year. They also released another game. One that I'm not too sure who is asking for it. Sailors?
Popeye, released for Nintendo Switch on November 4th, 2021. Why? This has got to be one of the strangest releases in the last year. I legitimately want to know, who was asking for this? According to the game's store page, it's a sort of remake of Popeye on NES. I personally haven't played the NES game before, but looking at gameplay, it looks like your usual single screen, get the highest score possible type of game, kinda like Donkey Kong or Mario Bros. Looks kinda fun, honestly.
So let's see what Sobek's take on this old NES game is like.
Did I go deaf? So this is the game's title screen. No music, just a static picture, extremely lacking in options, so let's just cut to the chase and hop in.
Popeye, catch!
Can I go back to the title screen?
So this is what we're dealing with. What you see is pretty much what you get. You play as, well, Popeye obviously. Level 1, you just gotta go around an island collecting various hearts that olive oil drops down for you, get enough hearts, progress to the next stage. You can eat spinach that randomly pops up around the stage and that increases your movement speed and lets you actually fight back against enemies. Sounds basic, but it is a remake of a high score based NES game, so what can you really mess up? All of it as it turns out. So, obvious things first, this game looks bad. Wow, I know, but you didn't notice it until I said it. This is a Switch game, but just because it's running on mobile hardware does not mean it needs to look like a free mobile game. Visually, it kinda just looks like those free Android games, you know the ones. The ones that have names like Rope Hero Spider, Flying Hero, or Super Barzo Adventure Platformer 3D. Games that you can usually make a pretty safe bet that they're not really legal to make. There's also one enemy you'll encounter during level 1, Brutus, and all I'll say is that, he looks very Donkey Kong-ish. Why does this entire town look like it's been abandoned for years? Why are so many of the buildings in such a state of disrepair? In doing some research, I actually went back and looked at a few episodes of Popeye, and I assure you, in none of them did it ever look like the walls were literally eating themselves. It's like no structure in this game actually has any textures. It's all just solid colors, and if there are textures, painfully low quality ones. So, for level 1, it's pretty easy. Just collect 15 hearts, avoid Brutus, and you're on your way to level 2. In this one, you'll be collecting letters thrown down by olive oil to spell out what I assume are some classic Popeye phrases. It's pretty much the same gameplay as the first level, but with a much smaller stage to play on. The big problem I have with this stage is that it takes forever for the letters to actually fall down. There will be points where you're actually just running in circles waiting for letters to drop, and once again, that's kind of a problem throughout the entire game. You'll run circles over and over again throughout all the levels to get hearts or letters that just weren't there before. It's like playing Pac-Man, but you can only see a fraction of the map and dots just appear at random throughout the maze. This level also introduces a new vulture enemy, which...
Alright, let's talk about sound design.
Good lord, this game's audio is all over the place. Some sound effects are quiet, like picking up hearts or letters, but then some are just really fucking loud for no reason, like anytime you punch someone. No joke, this audio has not been edited at all. This is actually how loud punching is. And I hope you enjoyed that sound effect because it's one of the few you'll actually get. No sounds for running, no sounds for the vulture flying, aside from its horrendous voice lines. You get a sound for getting in water, but no sound for actually swimming in it. No beachside wind, no rain when it's raining, no waves at the ocean. The game just feels lifeless. And if you want to talk about lifeless, just look at some of the townspeople. This fisherman has zero animation, neither does this captain looking guy. These two at least have a breathing animation, why isn't anyone else? And all throughout, you get to listen to the same exact song on loop over and over and over and over and over and over. Oh Popeye, I love you.
Oh wait, Popeye, yeah, that's right.
Level 3, back to collecting hearts, just on a different map, and what is going on with the performance in this level? It lags hard, and I don't get why. How can you make a game that looks like this and have it run like ass? Level 3 also introduces a witch enemy, which functions pretty much the same as Brutus, except rather than run towards you, they'll just jump scare you! Collect 15 hearts and then you'll move on to the next stage, which is the first stage again, just at night. And now you have to collect 20 hearts instead of 15. It's not really that different. Sure, the enemies that appeared in the last 2 levels show up now, but the basic gameplay loop is still the same. Collect 20 hearts, level 5 is level 2. Collect the letters. Every girl loves a sailor.
Oh, wait, yeah, right. I'm not a sailor, I'm a gamer.
Level 6 is level 3, collect 20 hearts. Level 7 is level 1, collect 30 hearts. Level 8 is level 2, collect letters. Level 9 is level 3, collect 30 hearts. Level 10 is level 1, collect 35 hearts. 40 hearts, 50 hearts, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. It is okay to be a glow stick.
Oh, yeah!
This game has glitches. I know, contain your surprise. Oh, I love walking downstairs and then suddenly I get stuck in between geometry. And then the vulture comes over and now I'm inside the house. And speaking of the vulture, I don't think it's supposed to be frozen like that. All I did was swim out from the level and I guess it followed me, but it doesn't really have the AI to actually attack me while I'm swimming, so this is what we're stuck with. Ooh, the land under the ocean. Now you see it, now you don't. Now you see it, now you don't. Not really sure if this is considered a glitch really, but in the boat level, if you knock Brutus out by punching him, eventually a cutscene will play of him climbing back up, except when the cutscene is over, he's nowhere to be seen. How do you like things appearing randomly and disappearing randomly? Let me tell you, that's great when that happens. In fact, all the enemy AI seems to revolve around teleporting around the level whenever it feels like it. Thought you left Brutus behind you? Haha, joke's on you! Joke's on me, I died. It's asking me to input a name, so I think it's fitting that I'm eternally trapped. That won't fit, so I guess I'm eternally trapped.
This game costs $12. You could almost buy Hollow Knight with that. In fact, here's a list of things you could buy instead of this game. Celeste. Another copy of Glover. Blades of Steel, baby. 80% of Hollow Knight. A knife. Ripped off into thinking about a real Game Boy. Another 100 copies of Man 13, but you know what? I think I still enjoyed it more than Final Fantasy Explorers.